YouTube, what's up? Welcome to the DreadKnots 1 podcast. Today we have a special guest, Bossman. Bossman in the house. Welcome to the show, Bossman. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. I'm feeling great. Feeling great.
It's a pleasure to have you on. You're an amazing artist. See that you got the Bossman shirt. Before the interview's over, you got to tell us how to get one of those. But first,
Absolutely.
let's start with a little bit of background. Like, uh, for new listeners or for people who may not know who you are, tell us a little bit about Bossman, your history and art. Just a little background.
Absolutely. History. As far as art, I've been drawing since the age of 5, and art has always been a part of my life. So to be at this level now, to where I'm actually taking it as serious as I've ever have been or ever have, it's definitely been a great journey. And I came up with the idea of Bossman, I would say roughly about 5 to 6 years ago. And I always told myself growing up, no matter what I was doing, that if I ever made a comic or a manga, I would derive it around, I'll say certain individuals at the moment. I won't spoil anything, but that is definitely my short history of Bossman and my artwork for sure.
And so, 5 years old, drawing. What type of media? Like, did you start with like colored pencils? Were you doing magic marker? Like, what was your tool of choice in the beginning?
In the
Beginning.
beginning, it was definitely a combination of like the standard of just like you stated, color pencils, markers, not a lot of pen, more so pencil, color pencils, and markers, crayons too, especially as a child, crayons for sure.
I started drawing really young myself, and I remember the first drawing that I ever made. It was a Roadrunner uh, from Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Wow, I'm an artist." Do you remember what? That I was probably like 7 or 10 years old or something. What do you remember?
Right.
What was do you remember the first drawing you ever made? Like the first.
Ooh, the first drawing I ever made. That's a good one. Let me think. Let me think. I just want to give it a try. First drawing. I know it was cartoon. I'm a probably Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Probably Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Raphael,
My favorite.
Leonardo.
I
So
know.
you, your style is manga. And I asked you a silly question, or I had a silly question lined up for you. I'm going to ask it anyways, because I think when I asked that question, there's got to be other people that are going to ask the same question. But I've learned since, but I want your take on the question. Can you
Absolutely.
tell us like the difference between anime and manga?
Okay. Absolutely. The difference between anime, as I call it, I know a lot. Some people call it manga. I mean manga. I call it manga. I
Manga.
think it's manga, but you know,
I think
teach
you're
his
right.
own.
I think you're right. I'm a noob when it comes
Definitely.
to this, which is exactly why I wanted to have you on the show. So you could teach people like me who are new on the scene, what this universe is all about.
Hey, definitely.
Manga.
The difference between anime and manga. So 9 times out of 10, if you have, matter of fact, let me retrace back a little bit. So manga is like the manga is your comic, right? And then the anime is the actual series or the adaptation you'll watch on, whether it's television via Crunchyroll, Hulu, Netflix. But 9 times out of 10, if you have an anime series, whether it's Haikyuu, Dragon Ball Super, Yu Yu Hakusho, whatever it may be, 9 times out of 10, it derived from the original manga series. That's where it comes from. So you'll never, I ain't gonna say never because there's a few situations, but 9 times out of 10, if you're watching an anime series, there was a comic or that manga created, which is the original work and the original content of the animated series that you're watching. So, for example, like Seven Deadly Sins. That's a very popular Netflix series. But Seven Deadly Sins was already a manga, like the actual comic version itself. So that is the difference between those two. And a lot of fans, I believe, depending on how the manga is, like the manga is the original, like the clean cut original. It has everything, opposed to the anime series, being that, investing money, you can't just put everything from a 5,000 page comic, 300 page into like 10 episodes because budgeting and money and things like that. So there might be certain things in an anime series that you might not get due to, like I said, those things that I named, opposed to the actual manga. Like I'm watching the Boruto series right now. And I've been reading the manga. The manga and the series and what's been going on, like on Crunchyroll, two different things. Now it's kind of getting where the manga actually is. But prior to that, Boruto, it was, I'll say respectfully, it was a little disturbing because the stuff that I was watching.
Yeah. So
So that would be the big difference.
yeah, that makes so much sense, and like because you've got the manga, which is really yours is. Can I say the name of yours?
Yes, absolutely.
What's the name of your manga that you're working on? I'll let you tell
Bossman.
us. Boss Man.
Bossman.
Main character, boss. The character I really want to get deep into, I don't know how much you can share with us, is Smoke. Feel a
Right.
connection with Smoke. I think he's a graffiti artist, right?
Yep. Yep.
My dude. Yeah. And so I saw on Instagram where you posted all of the like sketches. Actually, you posted like a sketch and then a hard line and then some color. And so that is your manga. And do you see it eventually, hopefully one day becoming Boss Man anime?
Ooh, that would be
Hey,
that would be insane.
right?
They definitely always say the sky's the limit. I never limit myself with anything. Right now, my goal is to just, man, get it to that point where it can even, be published as a hard copy. And if it goes further than that, that would just be a blessing in disguise. Like I said, my main goal is to just, get people to enjoy it while they're at home, being able to read. And if it can get picked up as an animated series, that would be, I think I would be, I think I would have accomplished the greatest goal ever.
Life goals. So
Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
where
I can see it for sure.
where are you? What stage are you in with completing the manga? Like, do you have like, is it done? Is there a drop date? Are you still working on it?
Still working on it for sure. A lot of work to do with it. The drop date, not thinking unrealistically, like especially because once I drop like and release the characters, oh, I'm gonna go rocket mode and just attack the series. Like I'm just gonna be straight. I'm gonna be working on it every single day. Right now, I got a few more pictures to put together in a video introducing the characters. After that, I'll be done and I could just start attacking. I would realistically love for it to be released late next year. I think that's very realistic, especially with everything that I already have going on with it. I believe that's very realistic.
You
But
heard
at
it
the
first
moment, I
here.
don't.
You heard it first in the DreadKnots podcast. Boss
Ah,
Man manga coming fall 2022.
wow, let's go. Let's go.
And hopefully, for fans like myself, you'll maybe keep dropping little teasers or videos on your YouTube and pictures on Instagram. Is that something that you
Absolutely.
plan on? Something you plan? Is that something you plan on doing?
Yes, sir.
Like keeping
Absolutely.
the fans?
Yeah, that'll be something that that'll definitely be something that they'll know. Like I'm never just gonna, hey, here's Boss Man out of nowhere. They'll definitely like I'll keep updated videos, updated images, sneak peeks. I'll definitely do small things for that build up. So by the time it even gets close, like people are gonna be like, yo, he said he was dropping it in 2 months. Like they already got an idea. So people will definitely know exactly what's going on. And if I do disappear, to be like, hey, I'm disappearing because I'm going to make sure I get X amount of pages doing this type of work involving the actual series itself. So people will definitely know.
Cool. That's a good transition into where fans can find you. The name of your YouTube channel is Bossman, all caps.
Yeah.
And I looked it up the other day. I looked it up as Bossman anime rap battle, and
There
it
you go.
took me right to you.
There you go.
And but you can also be found on Instagram, and I've got your Instagram name there at the bottom of the screen at Laughing House Garrett. And if people follow you on Instagram, you've actually got a link in your bio. That's how I originally got to your YouTube channel, and so people can follow you there.
Absolutely.
So I'm curious. I've got a second question for you. Are you
Yeah.
are you a full-time artist, or right now you're doing like me where I work 9 to 5 and then do content creating on the side or when I
Absolutely.
can?
So I'm definitely not a full time artist yet. Like you said, got
It's
to
the
get that
goal.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
Definitely not a full time artist yet. That is definitely, I would say, a goal for sure. I would love to, like, if I would consider myself a full time artist when I consistently have anywhere between 6 to 8 hours a day of artwork. That's when I would consider myself a full time artist. Like, it's legit. I can, like, hey, man, I got 6 hours of artwork lined up, got to knock it out. 8 hours. Four, three, some like slower days, but all in all, 6 to 8. I would definitely consider myself a full time artist then. So now I just make sure I split my time and I make sure it gets in where it belongs for sure.
Okay. And so this is like a question I just thought of. You've never seen this question before,
Okay.
but are you available for like commission art? And if so, how do people uh, request that from you?
Mm,
Or no? You can say no, because I'm gonna be the first one. Our channel on YouTube recently monetized, and so I've got to make like badges. Oh, thanks. I've got to make badges for like our members,
wow.
and I
Amazing.
draw a little bit. I'm way better on paper, but digitally, so I don't know. I know you're super busy with work, with getting your manga off the ground. So, anyways, tell us, is that something that maybe you don't have time for right now if someone needed something like that from you or wanted something like that from you?
I've definitely like commissions aren't like a primary per se, but I've had like I lie to you not like within this past I would say 3, 4, 5 months, I've had so many. I've had like a few amount of people to be like, "Yo, I need you to draw this for me. Like, I need you to do this." You know what I'm saying? And I'll give the if anything, I'll give them a price, and they're like, "Cool." So it's not something that like, "Hey, I'm taking commissions." As far as like I'm focused on commissions, but like if someone needs something, like I'll just give them a price based off time, what it is, what I'm looking into, explain everything to them, and then I'll just attack from there. So it's not if you need something done, I'm more than willing to be of assistance for sure. For commissions for sure, but it's nothing to where like, hey man, I'm looking for commissions. So if you need something, you definitely can hit me up for sure. I'm available.
Yeah, we need that. So, which email can I send my request to?
Uh, boss man, manga.
Bossmanmanga@gmail.com. And if you guys
Absolutely,
have a commission request, or can fans just contact you at bossmanmanga@gmail.com? Is that,
absolutely, for sure.
and then on Instagram at Laughing House Garrett, and definitely on YouTube. I actually have a short clip. I'm gonna try to play producer, and I just want
Okay,
to. I want our audience to see you in action. And this is a
okay.
short one, but 1 second as I try to DreadKnots the producer. Here goes nothing. And it's hard to see, but at the bottom there, it says Bossman drawing the Cowardly Dog cartoon. And that's just
Yeah.
that's just one of your videos. I noticed on your YouTube channel you put a lot of time and effort into planning something that I could definitely take notes on and learn from you. And so I wanted to just emphasize that you're doing that great. Keep it
Appreciate
up.
it.
It's been inspiring, motivational to me. I need to spend more time planning, my videos and stuff. But there's a lot of content. You have the style like this where you're actually drawing. You've got other just like anime or manga rants. You rant on how great Superman is compared to Goku. We'll get back into that a little bit. We'll let that one sit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then one of the coolest things, which initially I thought that you invented like anime rap battle. But then I
Oh wow.
looked and there was other people doing anime rap battle, but you introduced me to anime rap battle.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
So what I guess what was the inspiration for that? And then on your video on YouTube, there's a rapper. I think you and him like battle, right?
Right.
And then at the end, you're like, "Who's the winner?" And we're supposed to vote in the comments. I didn't vote because I was like, "Man, I love Bossman.
It
That kid was pretty dope, but I love Bossman."
was
So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna vote.
crazy.
Who is that young talented man?
So that's a good friend of mine. I actually talk to him like every day, like my brother. It's just you go so his Instagram it's literally it's just Eunice, so like YUNUS, and he's actually like no joke, like dang near like really TikTok famous. He has like
Okay.
over millions of views. He's got like 200K plus. Like he is big time on TikTok. So to actually know somebody like that and is really down to earth and a great guy,
Yeah.
it's definitely also being able to do some work with him for sure. It'll be more with him too.
Okay, that's pretty dope. So it's Eunice from TikTok. Yeah, he's pretty talented.
Yeah, he's
And
all yeah. He's, it's
but I
just
was I was
Eunice.
rooting for you. I was rooting for you though, because
Yeah,
you got some bars. You've got some
yeah.
bars.
It must have got bad for me.
Nah, man. Nah, it was good. I couldn't spit any of the bars, but they were clean. They were clean bars for sure.
Absolutely.
So I think the next question I had, we kind of answered it. My question was, which media format will Boss Man manga be available in? So it's gonna be like a. Well, go ahead and I'll let you answer.
Okay. It's definitely. I'm trying to somewhat figure that out now as far as like, because of course I want that hard copy. Like that's the ultimate goal. But also I want to try to figure out because everybody doesn't, especially this generation, the time, the frame that we live in. A lot of people, they go straight for the digital. You know what I'm saying? It's right there, easy access, which I don't have no problem with either. I just feel like having that hard copy is like it's something like it's true to the heart. Like I got a physical copy. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what platform because I had a Webtoon account and I'm trying to find some other ways. I'm still working on my personal account, so I'm trying to find ways if I do go digitally, like what route I'm gonna take exactly. But anything that will drop, it'll definitely be you'll definitely know what's going on, where it's at,
Yeah.
and what's gonna be moving forward for sure.
I think you're also like a great uh motivation for like new or aspiring artists. Like even though I don't fall into that category, I could see how they could only because like I'm not as aspiring to be an artist anymore, but I still love to draw as like a hobby. And I've learned
Absolutely.
so much from you in the short amount of time that I've been subscribed to your channel. And I hope to see more content from you like that in the future. Is that something that you plan on continuing, like being like a role model for younger artists or people that want to get into art?
Absolutely. I never for me personally, I never looked at it as like, hey, I'm gonna be a role model. But at the same time, if I'm motivating people and inspiring people, I want people to know because it's easy to shine when you're at the top.
Mm.
But I want people to know, like, not only am I your everyday guy just loving life and anime and whatnot, but I want you to know my struggles because my struggles can help you get through your struggles. And if you can see me persevere through those things and still come out on top or still complete a piece or to not give up, those are things I would want people like to truly take from. And that applies to everything in life, not just with art, with anything. So that I would definitely say that is my biggest takeaway for sure. For
I
sure.
love that. And I think you expressed that same sentiment in one of your videos where you basically said, "Look, this is not my best." Tell us a little bit about that. You're like, "This is not my best." It was so motivating.
Oh wow.
Share
Yeah,
with our
so
audience a little bit about that.
absolutely. So that was the big fan of G Gundam growing up. I've never really been a fan of like mecha or any kind of robotic. For the most part, there's been a few of them out there, Zoids, but G Gundam, big fan. And I wanted to challenge myself and do like a big picture with multiple characters. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lay it out. I got it. And as the week goes on and like days go by, I'm like, yo, I'm not managing my time properly. Like I'm rushing this. I messed up on like the digital outline because I looked up a YouTube clip on how to like color a little, not a little faster per se, as far as trying to just help out with time a little bit because of my schedule. Did that, and then I realized I was like, "Yo, what is going on with these pixels? Like this looks horrible." So that took place. I'm just like, "Yo, I'm not about to." I'm stubborn at times. I'm like, "Yo, this is not getting erased. It's going. I'm gonna figure it out." I'm a risk taker. So that's going on, and then other things are going on in my life as far as time and not managing this picture properly. And I should have known anyway. Like that picture was too big of a picture to like to just yeah. I'm gonna drop it this Saturday and be good. I'm like, dude, if you're gonna drop it this Saturday, you need to make sure you're putting in that quality time to get it done. So as I'm doing it and doing it, I actually think I missed my week I was originally supposed to drop it, and then I think I dropped it the following week. I'm talking about like I think the night before, a couple of nights before, like I dang near stood up all night trying to finish it. There were so many things going wrong with the picture that I was just frustrated. I was like, yo, this is not it. This is trash, respectfully, you know? And I was like, but wait, bro, like you could still fix this. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to just giving up and all that time you invested, like you can legitimately fix this and at least make it better than what you thought it would be, you know, once you messed it up and everything like that. So I was like, I'm gonna fight through this, y'all. I'm gonna fight. I'm talking about I was tired. I was like, yo, this is not the move. Not just tired, but like really, I was like mentally defeated in a sense. Like I was like, I can't believe like this happened. Like, what is going on right now? So once I pushed through it and I was like, yo, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. It's gonna be painful, it's gonna be a struggle, but we're gonna do it. And as it eventually came together, I was like, yo, I finished it. Like it came together eventually, but it was painful. Just again, a lot of it is my fault, and then a lot of it came from just not being patient, you know, understanding what I was trying to produce, and quality is something that I've truly learned that like I'm trying to have that as a precedence, like that, like quality, man. It's
Yeah.
cool that you can do this picture fast. It's cool, but if that quality ain't there, man, then what are you really doing? So
And for the viewer, it comes across, it comes across that you really care, you're passionate about your work, and you're very transparent when you feel like something is not as good as it can be. Uh, you communicate that, and it's real, man. It's
yeah,
real. I know personally as a viewer, it's very very inspiring. In fact, like when I saw that you had dropped your merch, I was like, man. I went and spent like 18 hours on my website. I was like, I gotta figure this out. It's something I've been working on for like 6 months, and I didn't really. And what after watching that video when you were transparent about, man, this didn't come out as well as I wanted it to, but I persevered and kept going and fought through it. I think those were the words you used. Man, that video just had me motivated, ready to go. We've only got about 6 minutes, so let's talk about
no
the
worries.
Bossman universe. Who's the main character?
Bossman, so Boss is the main character of that universe. He's the guy with the spiky hair and the button up, the little unbutton up dress collared shirt, if you will.
And do you have a background story yet on him, or are you mostly just doing all of the artwork right now?
I have a little bit of backstory about everybody, so nothing like that's too much. And that's still working on the artwork as well. Boss is just he's a very very mature. He's out of the group. He's the youngest. He's very mature. He's growing. Trying to find himself, kind of like an everyday guy, just living that walk to walk of life. And his the person that he has the most troubles with, as far as like knocking his balance off, is the other character, Eddie, who's like super goofy, always wants to have fun, very immature. So when they're together, that's when he's kind of like just all over the place. When he's by himself and he's focused, he's locked in as a character, and his day-to-day walks, he knows what's going on, he knows what he needs to do. But Eddie, I would say, in this series is his kryptonite, if we will.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Kryptonite. So as a side note, I shouldn't even ask this. I'm gonna throw the whole show off.
No
When you
worries.
said
No.
kryptonite, you said kryptonite, so you know what's coming. Superman or Goku? Actually, if people go to your YouTube channel, there's a video. I forgot the name of the video. Oh, I know the name of the video. Wait, wait. Goku versus everyone. Look up Bossman on YouTube. Goku versus everyone. You get the answer to that question. I'm not gonna let Bossman answer it because I think it'll sidetrack the whole show. He's very passionate about that subject. Now, we're not gonna be able to get too deep into smoke, but I'm gonna be selfish. Give us, I don't know, 30 seconds of smoke.
30 seconds to smoke.
Yeah, your character smoke.
Absolutely. Okay, so Smoke is I won't say whether he's a good or a bad guy.
Okay.
Uh, I won't say he's a good or bad guy. That'll be something as we go along that will gain throughout the stretch of the series. He's an artist, graffiti artist. He loves to tag. He loves to create content and work. Problem is he doesn't necessarily, because graffiti is technically something you're not really. It almost can go under the list of vandalizing in a sense.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
he doesn't he doesn't really care. Like as long as his artwork is getting put out, like that's what he cares about. But that also is kind of like a problem because he doesn't care and it's just like, yo, whenever, whatever, usually at night. So having him around is gonna be awesome. He's gonna be like fighting base wise, like he wears that mask because he pretty much as weird as it sounds, he uses a spray paint as a choice of weapon, as we would say. Like the actual art supplies are his weapons. So that's
Yeah,
that's another piece.
I like that.
But
It's my
yeah,
dude.
trying to bring something different, like an element of him that actually like he's a legit spray painter. But because cartoon characters, anime characters, they be having all kind of powers. So I wanted to bring a different element. Like, yo, let this dude cans be like weapons, like smoke, screening, all of the above. So that is his biggest piece, and kind of like just to give it a reference, kind of like how uh, Naruto is when they're trying to figure out and reveal who Kakashi, or at least what he looks like without the mask. A lot of that will go on with Smoke, like the characters are really trying to figure out like who is this guy.
Yeah.
So there are going to be times where they're trying to remove the mask, catch him slipping, jumping them, trying to figure out who is this character. So that's the biggest takeaway for Smoke for sure. A very
Nice.
interesting character.
It's so exciting. Like I'm gonna be anticipating more about Bossman manga. In the meantime, I gotta get me one of those shirts.
Absolutely.
How do we, as fans, get a Bossman shirt? We
Absolutely.
just can
So
we email you or
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So right now, I would say realistically, it's June 4th. I think in the next week or two, I'm gonna actually have my link tree up to where you can literally go to the link in my bio and actually click on the website and get whatever color size you want. So right now, I'm kind of like just foot by foot to where like if you shoot me a DM, if you shoot me an email, I can actually get you the t-shirt size color that you're looking for. But it's gonna be a lot easier in the next couple of weeks when you're like, yo, where can I get a shirt? Hey man, link in my bio. Go ahead, click on it, man. Find out, scroll through what you want, and it's all yours. So that's gonna
Cool.
definitely be a lot easier for people, so they won't have to worry about back and forth and the footsteps as I stated. So yeah,
Yeah. Perfect. Now, one last short topic. Our
absolutely.
audience are big fans of a mobile video game called Darkness Rises. Have you ever played Darkness Rises, or do you play any mobile games?
I haven't played Darknet. I heard that game is complex. So I
Can be.
haven't played it. I've definitely watched people play it. Like that game is definitely interesting for sure.
Now, do you game, and if so, like on which platform?
So I don't game nowhere near like shoot, I would say almost not at all. At the level of which I did like growing up.
Right.
I'm trying to slowly get back into it, especially with like all this artwork and studying and stuff like that. Trying to get back into it slowly. If I were to, because I don't mind, I don't mind any platform in all honesty. I grew up off Nintendo, so that's my favorite. Um, yeah, oh man, it really wouldn't matter the platform at this point in all honesty. As long as I can get back in there, kind of like my game, whether it's Super Smash, Brawlhalla, Kingdom. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan. But I would love to
Yeah.
try some different games for sure. Like get into a different area of video games that I haven't tried before. If I were to like to truly get back into it.
Yeah. I'm really excited because they announced a couple days ago that I I try to stick to the mobile genre, even though I play other games. Like I have an Xbox, so I play on Xbox with my son. But I'm excited because a couple days ago they announced Valorant. It's like a first-person shooter
Okay.
with like I don't know, they're kind of like anime powers that the characters have also, and they're
Okay.
gonna release that on mobile. It's coming to mobile, so I'm looking
Wow.
forward to that. But if you ever wanna do some gaming, hit me up. We'll
Absolutely.
hang out. Even if we just most of the time on the live stream, I've just got people telling me how bad I play. I think they like that. Somebody actually said yesterday, Jaron, one of our subscribers, was like, "Man, it's just hard to watch." Like, thanks, Jaron. He likes to give us tips on how to play and stuff. But
Absolutely.
all right, well, we went over a little bit. You got anything else that you want to share with us before we end?
Anything I want to share?
Anything you want
Uh,
our audience to absorb?
absorb. No, if anything, I appreciate everybody that's been so supportive, man, and just the hustle and the grind, man. It's real, it's there, and there are a lot of days where I'm just like, yo, this for the birds, that's the slang. But in all honesty, anything worth having in life, if it's easy to get, you're not gonna cherish it the same way. So to have something that you're working and sweating and dying for, and you really want to kind of stop just to breathe and just, move on, it's gonna be so much more rewarding in the end when you see the goals and you see the numbers and you see the support system that people actually are enjoying everything that's taking place around you. Because I'm very big about I love people, so I would say people are my weakness. So I'm always just I love having that just that being together with everybody.
That
I've never
community.
been one of those, yeah, I've never been one of those people to where like I'm just trying to get YouTube famous. That's it. Like I really want to take this journey with everybody, not only so they can see me grow, I can actually grow with the people and everybody's just having a real good time, man, and really just enjoying the experience, whether it's interviews, the artwork, the video games, just the arguing, the debates, no matter what it is. I want everybody to kick back and just have a good time. So I would definitely say that for sure.
Perfect. If you're out there watching now, search for Bossman on YouTube. You can look up Bossman Anime Rap Battle. Uh, Follow him on Instagram at Laughing House Garrett. Get it on the ground floor. This is like you're seeing a manga being created from the ground up, and it's already like rolling. So everybody just needs to tune in, pay attention to you now, because it's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be big. It's amazing. Well, thank you so much, boss man, for stopping by. We'll have to do it again.
Absolutely appreciate you for everything.
It's always a pleasure. And for all the fans, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Bye.